Good evening and welcome to everyone. You join us for this T20 between the Mumbai Triumph and the Chennai Carvers. I'm Mike Atherton, and with me for this exciting contest is Mel Jones, Ali Mitchell, Ian Healy and the Silver Fox himself, David Gower.
Thanks, others. It's great to be here, and I'm sure we're in for a fantastic match. I've been down pitch side to look at the conditions. And it's pretty apparent, even before you take a proper look, that they'll be looking at batting first on this pitch. It's very dry on top, and it could make any... The visitors win the toss and will bowl first.
Ahmed has the ball in hand and will get us underway. Hopefully there'll be some swing and bounce with this new ball early on. Well placed, should get a single.
Keeper.
A couple on offer here.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Yep.
There'll be one run here for them. Rickleton is new to the crease. They'll be keen to field bat on ball early on. Finds the fielder with that shot.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot. Rickleton shakes their head. It was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Yes.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Just a little bit wide. Well picked up. And let the ball do all the work, really, just to nudge it down towards third.
Yep.
That's off the middle of the bat.
The fielder could only pick that up off the boundary rope. Punched that away through the covers with exquisite timing.
End of the over. 8 runs coming from it. The Indians are 8 for none. The right armour is coming on to bowl from the south end. Going with pace now.
Right armour is coming into the attack.
Waiting.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Just threw the shot too early.
Yes. Keeper. Waiting.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Just about timed that perfectly.
It was just a little bit too full and it was beautifully timed.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right. Into the gap. Nice shot.
That went all the way up toward the grandstand for 4, driven away nicely.
End of the over, 9 runs coming from it. The Indians are 17 for none.
Yep.
Edge, amazing delivery. Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure.
Yup.
Massive edge, misses everyone, and that's racing away.
Well bowled, but that's another super shot. Onto the front foot, presented the full face of the bat and got it into the gap and all the way to the rope.
Thick edge. Can't get that outside the ring field.
Sharma shakes their head. It was there to hit. Couldn't make the most of it.
Wait.
Not a great delivery. Got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Yep, yep. Wait there.
End of the over, 6 runs coming from it. The Indians are 23 for none.
Yup.
They've picked the gap. Perfect timing.
What a lovely shot. Really good timing. Out of the middle, and it raced to the boundary.
Wait.
Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
Wait there.
Quick onto that in the infield.
A bit of a mix-up. They'll need to improve their communication.
Yep.
They'll get at least 1.
Did well just to get it down towards third for some runs.
Yeah, yeah.
Great shot, but it's not going to beat the fielder.
Good return, back from the deep.
Waiting.
A little late on that, no run scored.
End of the over, 12 runs coming from it. The Indians are 35 for none. A new bowler is coming into the attack.
Coming on to bowl.
Drives and misses everything.
Nice bowling.
Tried to get the drive away, timed it poorly, lucky to survive. Great control from the hand. A lovely bit of bowling induced the full shot. It just dipped a little and unlucky not to get the reward.
Yes.
Right off the middle of the bat.
Lovely shot. Gets on the drive, just powers that over the boundary. Wonderful timing.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely nailed it.
Well, it was hammered away, timed perfectly and placed into the gap.
Shots are certainly being played at the moment. Some good batting mixed in with a little bit of good fortune.
Waiting.
That's 2 boundaries in 2 balls.
Didn't hit that well. Very late playing that shot.
Straight to the fielder. End of the over, 10 off it. The Indians are 45 for none.
The captain bringing the field in here, trying to prevent the strike rotating.
The right-arm fast bowler is coming into the attack from the south end.
The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
Great shot through the gap.
Yeah, too wide. It was there to be hit, and it was really given the treatment.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary.
Wait there. Yep.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying.
And that brings up the 50 partnership for these.
The 50 comes up between this pair, and it's been a strong partnership so far. A lot of people in the dressing room will be hoping it can continue. Just threw the shot too early.
Wait.
Edge! What a ball!
Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the third dot ball.
5 runs added in the over. The Indians are 50 for none. The captain can push this field a bit deeper now. 3 more players able to go outside the circle.
The captain's going to change things around in the field.
Yep.
Nicely played.
Off the front foot, hit it with all the power and elegance of a batter right at the top of their game.
Bowl chops it back onto the stumps. You can see the disappointment.
They will receive now the warmest of receptions from this crowd for a supreme display of batting.
A big opportunity. They've worked hard in recent weeks. They should have the confidence to build an innings and get big runs on the board. Wow, that's missed the lot.
Nice bowling.
That spun a long, long way, and yet somehow it missed completely everything.
Yep.
Perfectly timed.
It was wide and suitably dealt with.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come.
No runs on that occasion, got into position nicely, just too early on the shot, couldn't find a gap.
That sees the completion of the over. A good one too, not many opportunities to score.
The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
Ahmad into the attack now from the south end. Oh, that's gone. Really unlucky.
This innings just cut short before it really flourished. It looked like we're moving to a big, big score, but it's not to be.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up.
Yep.
Good return there, back from the deep. And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Yep.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs.
Waiting.
Four runs added in that over. The Indians are 64 for 2.
Yep.
There'll be runs here. Gone! Brilliant in the field.
They have the wicket they wanted. A huge blow. Jacks gone for not many.
A lot of pressure coming to the crease. Not had the best of weeks leading up to this game and will want to show everyone their strength.
Didn't hit that well. Very late in playing the shot.
Yep.
Nice shot. Runs possible.
Onto the front foot and punched it nicely. Would have hoped to find the rope.
Wait.
A little late on that. No runs scored.
Yep.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
End of the over, and again it's a good one for the bowling side. Not letting batters build any momentum. Going with spin now.
Yep.
Nice timing, good batting, won't get to the boundary.
Bowler.
Good precision with the throw, back from the deep. Good running, it needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected. This is a good field, I think. Not too aggressive, but not overly defensive either.
Yep, yep.
Could that be out? Looks so.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down. Really didn't get settled. Looked to be in trouble, sadly, for most of the knock.
Waiting.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Yep.
Edged.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away.
Wait on.
Very full, spray the ball a bit, but they're content leaving it alone.
End of the over. 7 runs coming from it. The Indians are 74 for 4. Ahmad, the spinner, coming into the attack.
No interest in that one from the batter. Ahmed will be wanting to hone in on a better line and length to make them play next time. A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Yep.
Exquisitely down the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Yep.
Obviously didn't like the look of that one and just ignored it.
Some well-targeted bowling in that over. Certainly something to build on.
57 for 4.
Yep.
Well timed, but there's a fielder out there.
Probably should have gotten back for a second there. Need to push a bit harder on that first one.
Edge, unplayable.
Just threw the shot too early.
Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
A bit of a change-up in the field now.
Super shot.
That was a boundary the moment the ball left the bat. Can't time that any better. Perfection.
Yep.
Great shot.
Those types of deliveries, if you make the most of them, the bowler will feel the pressure.
It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you just got to accept it and move on.
Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single. There'll be one run here for them.
Yep.
Lovely timing. Will this one go to the fence? A couple on offer here. 12 runs added there. The Indians are 89 for 4. Ahmed from the north end.
I like this field choice. A good move, I'd say.
The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the north end.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Misses everything.
Nice.
I'd say it was the right shot to choose, but it was just timed badly. Just couldn't get the drive away.
Yep.
Finds the edge. The keeper is up immediately. Has it caught some bat on the way through? Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
Yep. Ball.
Beaten on the drive.
Yes. Nice bowling.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play. Just threw the shot too early.
End of the over. 4 off it. The Indians are 93 for 4. Nicked it! Loud shout! That's gone! Fine catch by the wicket-keeper.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
A new batter always likes to feel bat on ball early on, as they bring a bit of energy to the crease.
Yep.
And with that, they're off the mark.
Yep.
It was just a little bit too full, and it was beautifully timed.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Yep.
Nicely fielded on the boundary.
Wait on.
End of the over. The Indians are 100 for 5. The left-arm unorthodox bowler is coming into the attack from the north end. Bowled! What a way to start the over.
Really getting into the tail enders now. 6th wicket gone. There's not a lot left in this lineup.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark their guard. They just need to rotate the strike early on as they get settled. Really? That's just wasting everyone's time.
Yep.
They'll get at least one.
Yep.
Edged it.
Well bowled, but that's another super shot. Onto the front foot, presented the full face of the bat and got it into the gap and all the way to the rope.
Yep.
Waiting.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Santner shakes their head. It was there to hit. Couldn't make the most of it.
Ahmad getting a wicket in that over. Really great bowling. There wasn't much on offer to the batters. The right armour is coming into the attack from the south end.
Waiting. Yep.
Onto the front foot early, placed it perfectly into the gap, timed it nicely for 4 more.
A good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball, and it'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. Time that perfectly.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
Shots are certainly being played at the moment. Some good batting mixed in with a little bit of good fortune. That's 2 boundaries in 2 balls.
A few moves made in the field.
Yep.
Hit that hard, nailed it.
That went all the way up toward the grandstand for 4, driven away nicely.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder?
A change in the field now, more emphasis on defence.
Yep.
Edge. Amazing delivery. A wonderful delivery to get the edge. You've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again.
Catch it.
Gone!
Yeah!
Excellent catch, close to the bat.
A trudge back to the pavilion, a disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come in after the fall of a wicket. Drives and misses everything.
Nice bowling.
Deceived by the drift, beaten by the spin, it's as simple as that, really.
Wait there.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
How's that?
Big shout.
How's that?
The Super Kings having a good chat. Don't know if it's worth using a review on it, though.
How close is that? Could be the wicket.
It wasn't a great decision to start with. Not surprised to see the umpire's decision stand. Edge! What a ball!
Hey!
Huge shout. The bowler seems very confident with that one. Out! What a catch!
Just managed to clasp their hands around that one. Disappointment for the batter, joy for the bowler. Another wicket down, this one without scoring.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying.
Immediately underway with some runs.
Yep.
End of the over, 3 runs coming from it. The Indians are 126 for 8. We've seen good control and spin from this bowler. Looking forward to seeing what they can do here.
Yep, yep. Yes. Yep.
Nice shot.
And that's the half century for this batsman.
Haven't wasted a lot of deliveries, played some big shots, mixed in with good smart cricket, and they've reached 50.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, around about off stump, and that'll force the mistake.
Yep.
Struck it nicely. Could go to the boundary.
That was a boundary the moment the ball left the bat. Can't time that any better. Perfection.
A little short on that occasion. Needs to adjust the length slightly to be just a little fuller. Too short on this pitch, and as we've seen already, it makes it very easy to score.
Going with a more defensive field.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
going with a more defensive field choice.
Yes.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs. Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over that one. Too many loose deliveries. The left-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the north end.
The batters might start turning ones into twos here, with the field back trying to stop the boundaries.
Yep, yep.
Decisive running might have got them to. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily, so in the end, poor running.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
There was minimal follow-through, just great timing to punch it through the field for 4.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket.
Yep.
Good shot. It's found the gap. Pulled in off the boundary rope. Good fielding out there.
Got to the boundary, last ball, punches it into the gap to get a single. Excellent batting.
Yep.
Good throw from the deep, on target. A little flick of the wrist to get it round the corner for an easy run.
Wait. Yep, yep.
That's off the middle of the bat.
Bowler.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
Straight to the fielder.
Misses out there on the short and wide one.
Over. The Indians are 148 for 8. Final over in this innings.
Yep.
A very defensive field, this. A bit of a change-up in the field now.
Yep. Hey,
Confident appeal. Could it be? Wow, that's missed the lot.
Ball in.
Bolt shakes their head. It was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Waiting. Yep, yep.
Oh my, that's racing away.
It was wide and suitably dealt with.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed. If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come.
Wait there.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Yes. Yep.
There'll be runs here.
Exquisitely down the front foot, a gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
56 for 8.
End of the over, 8 runs coming from it. The Indians are 156 for 8. And the innings comes to an end. The Super Kings will need 157 runs. Huge shot! That's a massive shot! Just incredible!
That's a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot and it's flown over the boundary.
Nicely played.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
Yeah.
Huge edge! Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right.
Oh, well bowled.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Oh, well bowled.
Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Catch it.
Pushed nicely into the covers. Might go all the way.
That really wasn't a great delivery. Seen early and it was dispatched with aplomb.
Really playing all their shots that over. Really expensive. The team will be after a positive innings from this batter. A great opportunity to come in and put some runs on the board.
Yes.
Couldn't get it through the field. There's a chance if this hits. Trouble. Oh, gone.
It's the sort of dismissal that sees the momentum swing back to the bowler. Gone, but not for many.
With the fall of that wicket, we have a new batter at the crease. Conway will be looking to make a strong start to their innings.
Yes, nice bowling.
Bolt with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
Misses everything.
Oh, well bowled.
Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the third dot.
Hey. Yes, nice bowling. Yep.
Oh, faintest of sounds. No one to catch it, though.
Didn't time it at all, but managed to get it away to the boundary.
Rashid has got the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits.
Waiting. Yeah.
Out!
Yeah!
Caught!
After all that effort, they just couldn't manage to go onto the 100. They'll feel like they've missed out here.
Difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to set themselves up before facing their first ball.
Yep.
Nicely played. Perfect timing.
You can't hit the ball much better than that. Timed it to perfection.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key. Good bit of timing there.
That's just a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot and it's flown over the boundary.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Yes.
How on earth did they manage that? Brilliant reflex catch.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
For the Chennai Carvers.
Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single. There'll be one run here for them.
That shot allows them to get off the mark.
A change to the complexion of this match. Got to get the new batter coming forward early, encouraging them to drive and really attack the stumps. Beaten on the drive.
Bowling.
Oh, didn't get the feet moving. Played down the wrong line. Threw the hands at it. Got nothing on the ball.
Couldn't have played that any better.
Doesn't even wait to see if the ball's going to do anything. Onto the front foot. Punches it away to the boundary.
An inexpensive over ends and a wicket coming from it. Bolt from the south end.
Yep.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Oh.
That was a tremendous delivery. Fizzed through to the keeper. No more short balls this over.
Yep. Yes, nice bowling.
It looked a pretty good delivery, to be honest. Umpire, though, has given it as a wide.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Oh. Nice bowling.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Catch it.
Absolutely nailed it.
You could see by how it whistled away to the boundary just how sweetly this was timed.
Catch it.
Super shot.
Just perfection. A majestic shot. You just cannot hit it any better than that. Raced away to the boundary.
Yep.
Doesn't beat the infield. This could be out.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Oh, well bowled.
Well, another chance to bowl that one. Really can't have been wide by much, though.
Hey. Oh, yes, nice bowling.
Big edge. Where's that going?
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Nice shot. Runs possible.
Ball is in.
A couple on offer here.
Yep.
A direct hit and this could be gone.
Yep.
Can't get that outside the ring field. End of the over, 10 runs coming from it. The Super Kings are 62 for 3. The right-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the south end. Drives and misses
Nice
everything.
bowling.
Beautiful slower delivery. That was just too good for them.
Yep.
Picks the gap perfectly.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
Timed that brilliantly.
Lovely shot. Gets on the drive and just powers that one over the boundary. Wonderful timing.
Wonderful batting at the moment. Back-to-back boundaries, putting the pressure on the bowler to respond.
Yep.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Just about timed that perfectly.
That was a brilliant boundary. Really well timed and now starting to get the runs ticking over.
You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and put away. That's going a long way. What a shot that is.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
Santner, the left armour, is the new bowler from the north end.
Yep.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying.
Those runs bring up the 50 partnership.
A really good 50 partnership. These two are looking strong. And it's going to take something special to break it up.
Hit that hard. Nailed it.
Well, that was just textbook. Finds the space and power to lift that ball over the top, and it just keeps going.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come. Great shot.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, around about off stump, and that'll force the mistake.
Oi! Oh, well bowled. Wait.
11 runs added there. The Super Kings are 94 for 3.
Great shorter ball, well played though, didn't flinch, was able to leave the ball comfortably, and that's the end of the short stuff for this over.
That's gone all the way, right out of the middle.
That's gone a long, long way, well and truly into the 20s now, and surely looking towards a big score.
Catch! Yep.
A brilliant throw-in from the deep caps off what was a fabulous piece of fielding.
Yes, nice ball.
Well, they never really got in the right position for the drive for that one. A bit of a loose shot in my reckoning.
Yeah.
Finds the fielder with that shot. Oh my, that's just flown off the middle.
That was the slower ball, and it didn't fool anyone. Got the timing just right. Beautiful shot.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket.
Oh, well bowled.
A good piece of bowling there. A little bit of pace off the delivery, and the batter is all at sea.
Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over that one. Too many loose deliveries.
Nice bowling. Yep.
Super piece of timing.
You give that much width and you are asking for trouble. That was so well timed, it flew over the boundary.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary.
Wait. Yep.
Out.
Yeah!
Pretty straightforward catch in the end.
A great innings coming to an end. Brilliant scoring. It was a very entertaining performance, but have to head back to the pavilion.
For the Chennai Carvers.
Yup.
No waiting around. Off the mark straight away.
Yep.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
And that's the half century for this batsman.
Really good innings to bring up the half century. Impressive batting, and will want to push on from here.
Nicked it. Loud appeal. There's a challenge. Not sure what good it'll do. Looks unlikely it'll be overturned. And taken by the wicket-keeper. Brilliant bowling to get the edge. Not the best decision to review that. The umpire has got it spot on.
Welcome the new batsman. The captain is heading out.
Into the gap. Nice shot.
Found the middle of the bat. Great timing. Lovely front foot shot that's raced to the boundary.
A brilliant over for the batting side. Not so for the bowlers. Sharma, the right armour, is coming into the attack from the south end.
Wait there.
Straight to the fielder. Right off the middle of the bat.
Managed to get onto the front foot early, and just incredible power to loft that one over the boundary.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder?
Get that.
Brilliant shot, that.
Fine placement and enough timing to get that ball away to the boundary.
This match is getting unbelievably exciting and the crowd have joined the party. It's pretty noisy in the ground. Got all of it, and for 6.
Off the front foot, hit it with all the power and elegance of a batter right at the top of their game.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed. If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come.
Exquisitely done on the front foot, a gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs. 20 runs added there. The Super Kings are 146 for 5. Right out of the middle.
Lovely shot, gets on the drive, just powers that over the boundary. Wonderful timing.